Good morning, welcome back to my channel, and welcome back to Bookmas. I am going to do a digital detox today, and I wish I was one of those people who can just say they're gonna do a digital detox and, I don't know, reconnect with nature. But truly, I am going to need some distractions. So I know for a fact that I'm going to my local library today. I haven't been to one, and there's one really close to me. Like, I haven't gotten a library card here yet, so that's on the agenda. I feel like the libraries here, when I look at the photos of them, they have lots of children's books, and that's great. I love that for the kids. I hope they have more range and just books for everyone, and also different genres. We'll find out. But yeah, I'm gonna go do that. I think I'm gonna go thrifting. Thrift stores here. There's a really good thrift scene here, but the timing of the store is kind of weird, because I'm guessing that's not people's full-time jobs, and so sometimes they would have like random hours. So maybe we'll do that, maybe not. We'll see. And I also think I'm gonna go watch Eternity in cinemas. I think today is going to be the last day that it'll be in cinemas, because I have been looking at it on the website for a while and I just never go. I keep saying I'm gonna go and then I don't, and the showtimes have like decreased, and I feel like that means it's like leaving soon. Like, it went from being shown 5 times in one day, and today it's only being shown twice. So today might be the last day, and so I really want to go see it. All I know is that I'm Team Callum Turner. I've been so into watching movies lately, and it's such a difference because I've been such a showgirl. I've been into a lot of shows, and I'm always the one trying to convince my sister to watch a bunch of different shows. Still want her to watch Scandal, but it's too long for her, and she's always just like, I want to watch a movie and that's it. Like, she doesn't want to invest all that time into a long series. And I think I'm starting to understand her that, and I feel like I've just watched all of the greatest shows ever. One of my friends recommended I watch Friday Night Lights because I love One Tree Hill, and I was like, what is this comparison? Like, why? I only watched one episode though, so maybe I can't judge, but I wasn't feeling it at all. And so I've just been watching a lot of movies, and I've been very into that. And then that same friend, she's also into watching movies, and she told me about Letterboxd. You guys probably know about this because apparently everyone knew this existed except for me, but it's just like basically Goodreads but for movies. And I was just like, I had no idea this existed. So I downloaded Letterboxd, I created an account, and I've been scrolling and trying to find great movies to watch. It's been fun. I mean, I kind of just watch things that I find interesting, and I see places. Like recently, actually just yesterday, I watched 2 movies. I watched After the Hunt, which is it's fairly new, with Julia Roberts and Andrew Garfield and I don't know how to pronounce your last name, I'm sorry. It's Ayo Adebri, and I feel like that's not very hard, but in the moment I just wasn't thinking about the spelling, so it didn't like process for me. Queen, that's also in The Bear. Yeah, the 3 of them, they're in that movie. It's directed by Luca Guadagnino, and I think it was like, okay, it's not my favorite movie that's directed by Luca. I think my favorite would be Call Me By Your Name, and then Challengers. There's a couple more I've seen, but like, I think Call Me By Your Name and Challengers are like my top 2. Anyway, After Hunt has like terrible reviews, and I liked it. And that's why I'm not joining Letterboxd to like pay too much attention to the reviews, but it is like fun to see what people think, and it's so fun to see how people like interpret it and how I interpreted it. It's been interesting. But After the Hunt, I liked it. I think I rated it 3.5 on Letterboxd. I don't know. After that, I watched My Policeman, which, unpopular opinion, is a really good movie, but a lot of people don't like it because Harry Styles is in it, and in their head they can't remove the pop star from Harry Styles, so it's just like they can't take him seriously on screen. I thought it was really good. I mean, and I feel like I would admit if it wasn't, because Don't Worry Darling is a movie that I also love, but I also can admit that it's not that good. He's in that one too, and I love it, and I think it's like a very unserious movie, and I feel like it's the perfect plain movie, but I also can admit that it's not that good. Like, it's fine. But My Policeman is actually really good, and everyone shitting on it needs to stop. But anyway, yeah, that's kind of another reason why I want to go to the cinema. Just really into watching movies right now. And I remember when I was doing my 24-hour reading challenge, I was just like, I want to go watch a movie. I don't want to be reading right now. Because that was just a lot of reading in a short period of time. But I enjoyed the books that I read. And I'm still enjoying books a lot, but for some reason, I randomly want to watch movies. I found out that the cinema closest to me, their matinee prices are $10, and I had no idea. I feel like that's really cheap. I think matinee prices in New York were around $15 or maybe $14, and then the original prices were like $18 or $19 or $20, something like that. But the matinee prices here are $10. I feel like that's such a steal, so I will be going to the movies more. I went to go look up the New York prices out of curiosity, and the cinema that I used to go to when I lived there, Regal Essex, that's the one that I went to just because it was always empty and the commute was like good for my apartment. Why are the matinee prices $18.49? That's crazy. I don't remember it being that insane. That is wild. That is more expensive than the normal pricing here. The normal pricing here is $13. Wow. That's the discounted price. And AMC is even worse. Matinee prices for AMC is $28. That's crazy. Okay, so I'll show you guys what I got from the thrift store and the library in a second, but I just wanted to talk about the movie for a minute because it was so good. I didn't expect it to be that funny. Like, I don't know why I thought it was gonna be like a really overly emotional type of thing, but it was so funny. Like, actually, we were laughing out loud in the theater, and it was empty at first, but people did come after. I guess I was just early by like 5 minutes. That theater only showed like 2 preview movies and then it got straight to it. I love that. Bring that back at every cinema. Anyway, the movie was basically about the afterlife and the place that you go after you die. You get assigned a person and they kind of guide you in what you should do next, because The next place is your eternity, and you get to choose that. You basically have to choose where you want to be forever, and you can't take it back. There's so many different places, and in the like, before you get to eternity in that place, there are people advertising where you should go. Like, you could go to a beach house, but that's it. You have to go to the beach house and stay there forever. If you get tired of the sun, if you get tired of being sunburnt, you can't take it back. And then you can go to the mountains, you can go to a cabin in the woods, you can go literally anywhere. And there were very like specific ones, like Paris in a certain time period, but without the war. It got like really specific. It was so unserious, but it was such a good plot. But basically what happens is that this girl, well, this woman, she dies, and both of her past loves are there because they have died too, and she kind of has to figure out who she's going to eternity with. So yeah, I was rooting for one person, but then the other person kind of started to sway me a little bit, and then I didn't know who I was rooting for anymore. But I think it wrapped up really nicely, and I think it played on my emotions in a way that I'm like, yeah, she did the right thing. Anyway, I rated that movie 4.5 stars on Letterboxd, so really loved it. I really, really loved it. If you haven't seen it yet, you should go watch it. I'll show you what I got at my library first, because I just got one book. Honestly, I was overwhelmed in there because I was looking at the time. The movie from today was only showing at 2 times, and it was like 11:10 a.m. or 9:30 p.m. Excuse me? No. So I was like, oh, I should go. So I only ended up getting one book, but there were literally so many books in there that I was considering, or that I already know that I want to read. Loved One is a book that I have mentioned is on my TBR. I've mentioned that like 5 times already. It was there. The only reason that I didn't get too much as well is because I feel like I'm gonna be focusing on Christmas books and any kind of like winter reads on my TBR for now. And I still wanted to check out something though, because I know it helps the library, and I feel like this is a short one that I can get to within the 2 weeks. I'm also going on a trip in December, so yeah, I didn't want to like pick up a pile of books, but honestly, their new releases aisle was so good. And it's not all new releases, but it's like new books that they have in the library, and it's just so good. I saw that they had 3 books by Claire Leslie Hall. I haven't read Broken Country yet. If I like Broken Country, because I already own that one, I will borrow the other ones from the library because they both sounded so good. I was in the like new arrivals section for so long, but there are literally aisles and aisles and aisles of like just fiction. So I really need to go back one day and just browse for as long as possible. And I love how organized it is and peaceful. Although they did say that a certain time of the day when the kids get out of school, it's not peaceful. So I just know to never go at that time. Anyway, I got A Family Matter by Claire Lynch. It says, a young wife following her heart, a husband with the law on his side, their daughter caught in the middle. 40 years later, a family secret changes everything. I don't know, sometimes things that say family secrets just always like catch my attention. And based on the description, it is gonna go from 1982 to 2022. I think that's like 2 different timelines that we're gonna have going on. And it says, A Family Matter is a heartbreaking and hopeful exploration of love and loss, intimacy and injustice, custody and care, and whether it is possible to heal from the wounds of the past in the changed world of today. The tape is kind of covering it, so I was struggling there, but yeah, it just sounded good to me. And this one is short, so I think I could read it and get it back in time before it's due. This also has pretty good reviews on Goodreads. People are saying like their only complaint is that it's too short, like they wanted it to continue, so excited about that. So what I got from the thrift store, I got this purple sweater. Honestly, I got it because it's so thick and I feel like I don't have things thick enough and I'm like kind of underestimating. Actually, I don't think I am. Mornings here are really cold, but then it kind of gets really normal. Like today I meant to wear a jacket over this and I literally just forgot, and I was like, oh no, this is gonna be bad. But I was completely fine all day because the sun was out and the weather was good. It was perfect. But it's probably gonna get worse, and so this will come in handy. The color is so interesting. I don't have anything like this. It's purple. It's purple, but it has like these pink, I don't know what this is. I don't know what you call this. Okay, wait, this sweater has specks of pink in it, and I feel like I look crazy talking about it because it doesn't show up well on camera. I'm just like, it's purple with, and it just looks purple on camera. I swear, there's some pink in there, and it looks really cool because the colors like blend together in the sweater. It's really pretty. But I think it's really cute, and it's so bright, and yeah, I love it. It's also from Zara, and knowing Zara, I think their sweaters would be, I don't want to say ridiculous prices, but probably ridiculous prices. It says $21 here, but that's not what I paid for it because that store does this thing where they have dates on it. Because she took off the other tag to make because I purchased it, but they do this thing where it has like dates on it. So the original price they said that was 21, but then after a certain date it goes down to 15, and then after another date it goes down to 12, and then after another date it goes down to $8, and it was already past the last date, so I got this for 8 something. I'm just gonna throw this on the floor because I need to wash it anyway. Thrifting always like feels gross. And then I just got this male t-shirt. It was in the men's section. It's just a large stripe collared. You could see. You could see. I just like wearing oversized t-shirts at home, and also in the summer, like this would be a good beach cover up, pool cover up. So yeah, I got this. This was like 2 something. This is also kind of like, it's kind of nice. It's kind of soft. Anyway, all of the men's stuff so much cheaper than the women's stuff, but you know what's new. And then I got these little tray things. It was described as an oyster and a heart, and I really got it for the heart because I've been wanting something to put on my coffee table to like just throw random things in, like jewelry and stuff. Because I just feel like I need my jewelry easier to access. These two were $3.80. This was described as the oyster, and I don't really care about it, but I think this heart is so cute. Also, the lining or whatever is coming off in the oyster, and it's like pretty solid on the heart, so we're using this one. And the last thing I got, it's literally dusty, is this tray. I can't lie, I like to eat in bed, and also eating on this white couch. I feel like this could be useful. This was also, I think, 5 something. They take the prices off when you buy things, so I don't exactly know, but I think this one, it was definitely under $8 because I remember the original price was $8, and then the next day price was something else, and it was like past the date, so under $8 for this tree thing. I do wish it like had legs, you know, the ones that have legs, but they didn't have any like that, and I think this is fine. So yeah, that's all I got. I've got to go clean all of that, wash those, wash my hands. But yeah, my digital detox is going great. I haven't been on my phone. My phone was, every time I wasn't like filming something, I turned my phone off, and like definitely in the cinema, my phone was off the entire time. I think I'm just gonna have lunch, and then I'm gonna read my book, Us Against You by Frederick Backman. I'm gonna read this, maybe go outside, maybe. We'll see. You know when you're at that point where you need to grocery shop, but you still feel like you can knock something together with what you have in your kitchen? I thought that I was about to make some pasta, I don't even have pasta. Like, it's one thing if I ran out of the sauce, because I could have made like buttered noodles. No pasta. Anyway, I ordered Chick-fil-A, and I feel like Chick-fil-A is something that I kind of forget exists sometimes, and then every time I remember, what a treat. Also, it's so cold in my apartment for some reason. Like, I was talking about how out there feels lovely. Inside my apartment is freezing. You know, one more thing that I wanted to say about eternity is that I was thinking about what eternity I would choose. And honestly, I think that whole thing is a recipe for disaster unless you're like, what was her name? I forget character names. Joan. Her name was Joan. Unless you're like Joan and you're gonna be with your one true love or your two true loves or whatever it is, like, I think anyone would be miserable. There were parts of it where people were trying to escape. This one person, it was like obsessed with museums, and they were like, I'm tired of looking at museums or whatever. And it's like, yeah, I was thinking like, what if my eternity is in a library or a bookstore or something? But I'm like, I would get tired of that. I would definitely be like, I want to go to the beach. But then if I chose the beach as my eternity, I would be like, it's hot, I'm sunburned, I can't do this anymore. I would love to be in like a cozy fall setting. So no matter what, I feel like it's just not it. But I think if I had to choose one, it would be somewhere that had the perfect weather, like peak fall, where it looks beautiful and it's like between 60 and 70 degrees, no clouds in the sky, very sunny. I feel like that's the perfect weather. What else am I gonna ask for? I don't know. Maybe New York. New York in the time period of Sex and the City. When was that? That was before I was born, wasn't it? So I wouldn't even know, but New York with a rent control apartment. I mean, I'm dead. Would I have to pay rent? Anyway, random thoughts. I'm gonna have my Chick-fil-A now. I bought this really tiny projector because I just wanted to like try it out. I wanted to get one that wasn't too expensive and see if I liked how it worked, and then maybe I'll upgrade if I like this one. I literally ordered this today, this morning, and it's here. That's kind of crazy. I also had to get an HDMI cord. I feel like I haven't seen one of these in a minute. This entire day just feels so nostalgic, like being in the library, going to the cinema, and that cinema is like an old one. Like, you can tell it was never updated since the first time it was built, and it's not like broken down and old, it's just not updated at all. The seats are really comfortable. Love that. I remember this one time when my sister and I went to go see Barbie, and I feel like this contributed to me not liking Barbie. We were in a theater that didn't have stadium seating, or what is it called? Like auditorium seating. Basically, when the seats are like leveled, it was all on one level. And so I was like seeing this person's head cutting off half of the screen. It's like, I didn't even know cinemas like this existed. And then the chairs were also really hard. It was like chairs from like a baseball game or something. I don't know what was up with that cinema, but ever since then, my sister and I always make sure that we're going to a cinema that has the soft seats where you can recline the chairs and everything. And this is one of those cinemas. But you can tell it's like really old. So the whole days just felt so nostalgic, and going to a thrift store where you're around the most like outdated things ever, like the clothes was taking me back to the early 2000s. The entire day has felt really nostalgic. As for my digital detox, I think it's more so like social media. Like I deleted all the social media apps off my phone, even YouTube. If I were to go on a longer digital detox or social media detox, I would not include YouTube, because YouTube is not harmful. YouTube's great, and I don't doom scroll on YouTube, but I just felt like for this time, my like desire to do this challenge was kind of directly correlated to the fact that I'm doing Bookmas, and I'm just like filming, editing, uploading, filming, editing, uploading like so much, and I kind of just wanted a little break from it, even though I'm filming this video. But after I film it, I'm not gonna edit it. I'm gonna continue on my little break and then I'll edit later. But yeah, since the desire to do this was directly correlated to YouTube, that's why I'm including like no YouTube in my little detox day. Anyway, let's see if this works. Let's see if the HDMI cord works with my computer. I feel like this would be a fun way to watch. Honestly, I kind of just love watching things on my laptop. It's really close to me, but if it's like huge, I'll see how I like this. This is how tiny it is. It literally looks like a toy. They have colors that don't look like a toy, but I specifically got this like bright orange because I thought it would look retro. That's so cute. This just looks like a shoelace. We're good. We're good. The instructions literally don't mention these two things at all. What are these? Is this something to like clean? Yeah, I have no idea what this is or this is. In the user manual, it doesn't even say that it comes with that, so I'm confused on what that is. Anyway, I think I got the point. It took all of these books for it to be at the perfect height. I ran into a problem because I don't have any batteries. I feel like we as a society needs to just get over batteries and make everything rechargeable. Except for like flashlights and those necessities and stuff. But like basic things like this. Or just ship things with batteries. Is that so hard? Also, this is how I realized that I don't have a single thing in my entire apartment that uses batteries. Because when I run into this kind of problem, I usually just take the batteries out of something else, put it in here, use it, and then put it back. Like, I literally don't care. But I don't have batteries in literally anything. My alarm clock is meant to have batteries in them as backup, because it's like if the electricity goes out or something, the batteries are meant to keep the alarm clock powered so you don't oversleep in the morning. So I'm screwed if the electricity is ever out and I don't notice. Maybe I'll get batteries for that tomorrow as well. I don't really know anything about projectors, honestly. I think I'm gonna use this one for like a week and see how I feel about it. If I don't like it, I'll return it and get another one. I'm thinking like the ones that tilt upwards probably make the most sense, but like I just wasn't thinking about that. I'm not gonna lie to you, I got this because it looked cute. Not the best way to pick electronics. That's a way to pick clothes, not electronics. But yeah, I'm gonna use it for a week and see how I feel about it. I'll show this to you tomorrow when I go get batteries at the grocery store. You guys, is this what this little rack in the fridge is for? Like, is it for wine? Like, one's supposed to go here and like another one at the front. I'm just worried that I'm gonna like whip the door open too aggressively one day and this is gonna go flying. But I think that's what it's for, right?